if we are going for Linux, we can check the things from like free-s, g-s, our the minimum requirements which we have, like what is the storage and these things. And we can also check the using the $Java version for our Java, the Java version which is installed in our system. If it is not, we need to install that. Now there are two type of installation. One is single node and one is multi-node. So for the single node, we like I wanna explain why the single node and what is the single node is. So in Oracle terminology, we can say a node generally refers to a server or machine where Oracle components are installed and executed. A node can be physical server or a virtual machine. When all the
Okay,
major Oracle components are installed on the same server, it is called a single node installation.
fine.
When all the nodes are installed on a single server, on the same server, so it is a kind of single node installation. It is better for the POC or for the small projects. If you go for we will mostly go for the single node installation, and for the the multi-node installation is for the large companies and managing the large data. So, what is the advantage? Advantage for the single node installation is easy and fast setup, lower infrastructure code, and single point of management. Now coming to the part of disadvantage. Disadvantage is something like single point of failure. Like if your server is failed or your Oracle database will go down. Hmm. So this is the disadvantage of that, and it is not scalable and not scalable for the large load. And this is a kind of performance bottleneck. It is a little bit low
Okay,
in performance.
okay,
Mm, Now coming for the part of multi-node installation, it is a kind of we can say a single node architecture may work well for the development testing or a small business, but for large organization require better performance, better scalability, and high availability. This is where multi-node architecture becomes more important. In
okay.
multi-node installation, Oracle application components are distributed across the multiple servers, we can say.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of placing everything on a single machine, different components are installed on separated, different dedicated servers. Typically, the environment consists of database server, a kind of application server, and web server. You can see on the screen.
Okay,
Each server performs a specific function and had dedicated resources. This distribution improves the performance, scalability, and reliability. A simple architecture here you can see that from users to load balancer, then to web server, then
can
to
you share
application
this?
server.
You are having slide? You are on second slide only.
Yeah, I am on the multi-node installation. This
But
one, the DB one from DB application was app server or application
no,
server,
no, I
and then
can
from the
see
web
the
server.
second on screen. It is second slide. It is correct, or you want to show other slide?
No, I am on the multi-node installation.
No, no, I can see
Not
the
here.
second slide only, Oracle application overview slide.
Okay, I think you are on the wrong one.
Ah, that's
Do I need to
yeah.
uh,
Now it is DB server, app server, web server, advantages,
okay.
disadvantage. I think because you are
Uh,
what you are saying is not on the current slide. That's why I'm stopping. Maybe you want
okay,
to show
okay.
other slide.
No issues. I think my internet is fine here.
No, your voice
Mm,
is also breaking sometimes.
okay, it is a kind of that. It is fine here. Mhm. If it is fine now,
Yeah,
we
you are
can
on
go
multi-node
forward.
installation. You are on
Multi-node
multi-node
installation.
installation slide.
Exactly.
Okay, please
So,
go
so
ahead.
okay. Okay, so why do we need this multi-node architecture? Let's understand this with a practical example. Okay,
Okay.
so imagine an online shopping platform is there,
Mm-hmm.
which is receiving the thousands of users simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
Users are browsing the products, creating orders, making payments, generating
Mm-hmm.
invoices, track shipments. If all these requests are processed by a single server, the server will eventually become overloaded. You know that.
Yeah,
So
sure.
performance will decrease here, response times will increase here, and system failures may occur many of the time. To avoid
Yeah.
these type of problems, the organization distributes workloads across the multiple servers, multi or we
Okay.
can say multiple dedicated servers. This approach
Uh-huh.
is known as multi-node deployment. Okay. So what are the
Okay.
components of multi-node deployment? It is like you can say here the DB server is there, the database server. It includes the employee records, customer information, financial transaction, inventory data, many more things. A kind of storage things. Because the database is critical, the organizations often use the powerful servers with large memory and storage capacity. For example,
Yeah.
64 GB RAM and more than and multiple CPUs, high-speed SSD storages, and the final goal is for them is to ensure the how fast the database performs.
Yeah.
Now, next one is the application server. The application server is basically host the Oracle WebLogic and business application. We can say it is responsible for processing the user request, running the business logic, managing the sessions, and communicating with the databases. So,
Yeah.
if you ask for an example, so understand that like when a user submits a leave request in their company. The application server validates the request, checks the business rules, communicates with the database, returns the result to the user, and this processing occurs on the application server rather than on the database server because it is
Mm-hmm.
as fast as everyone. I think no people will want like they will click on some button and they will wait for 2 to 3 minutes to perform or to get to the another page. It is very much frustrating. So
Uh,
in that case, we will use the application server. This separation reduces the workloads on the database. And
okay.
now the third one is web server. And the web server acts as the entry point for the users. Like users connect to the web server through a browser. The web server receives requests and forwards them to the application server. Benefits including like better security, improved the traffic handling, simplified the client access. The web server is
Mhm.
often implemented using the Oracle HTTP server.
Okay.
So you can say
Fine.
here where to use. We will use in the production environments, large enterprises, and high availability required here. Where
Okay.
and what are the advantages? Distributed load across the server, different servers handling the different type of works. One node fails, other will not work. If you can say if the database is low, but their application will still working, only the work where they need to send the data to DB and need to fetch something DB, only that process will fail, not the whole application.
Mhm.
But the same
Okay.
we are not seeing in the single node. If the single node, the server is failed, each and every the application will go down.
Okay.
And
Okay.
what are the disadvantages here? The complex setup because different people need different things like how people will need for the DB server managing, another people will need for the application server managing, and the next people will use for the web server managing. So different people will work on different things. So the setup will be more complex and more configuration like higher the infrastructure cost. Obviously, they are using the different servers, so different server will cost the different more cost for the buyer or for the organization which are using this Oracle thing. And it also requires the expert administration because for managing these things, I don't think if a single employee can manage each and everything. So there a kind of level by level hierarchy is needed.
Okay.
So this is the single node or configuration, we can say. Here, the parameter is number of servers. In single node, it is one, all in one. In multi-node, it is three plus servers, which have the separate roles. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. Huh. So here the setup complexity, it is in the single node, it is easy, and for the multi-node, it is more complex. Cost is also as
Okay.
same as, like for the single node, it is too low, and for the multi-node, it is high. And for the coming to the part of performance, single node is only needed for the small applications or POCs, a very small works, small tasks, we can say. But for the multi-node, it is more high, more complex, and managing the large amount of data. So it is best for a single node is best for dev, testing, and POC, and
Mhm.
multi-node is best for production and enterprises.
Okay.
Okay, so these are our summary and key takeaways. So let's understand what we have discussed before. The objective of this session was to understand the Oracle applications, the prerequisite, the
Applications.
required before installation, and the
Mhm.
different deployment architectures used in the real world environments.
Mhm. Yeah.
So we can summarize these major points. Like the first one is Oracle applications, which are the is an kind of ERP solution. We have learned here the Oracle application is an enterprise resource planning, which we known as ERP also in short, which suit the develop which should developed by the Oracle Corporation. Its primary purpose is to integrate the multiple business functions into a single perform or single platform. Instead of using the separate system for different departments, organization can manage their operations through one centralized solution. Oracle
Mhm.
application helps the business to manage the finance, human resources, supply chain, customer relationship, manufacturing, and procurement, and for many other business processes, because all the modules share a same common database, so information can flow seamlessly between their departments. This improves their efficiency, reduces the manual efforts, and ensures the data inconsistency. Now,
Okay.
our next key away, while we are taking the prerequisite that must be made for running our Oracle applications. Like we have seen the hardware, the RAM storage needed for that, the Oracle, the operating system. We can go for Linux also, and apart from that, we will go for Windows also. And then we have seen the Oracle database. 19C and 21C is the major one. We also go for the JDK, which should be installed, and if it is 11, it is much better, but 8 can also be worked. And we have also seen the web logic required for that. Okay. Now,
Okay, fine.
then we had gone for the single node, which is much simple, all components on the same server, which is best for deployment and development, testing, and a small case of interview, a small case of uses, these things. And then we go for the multi-node enterprises, which have the separate DB, app, and web servers used for production with high availability and scalability.
Okay.
So these are the topics which we have gone through.
Okay.
So from tomorrow, we will also go for installation of the Oracle applications. We will use that. We will go much deep down in these topics and go forward like that.
Like installation will be done on my laptop or some on your end.
Mm. We can go for the single node. We can. It is fine if you have these applications and you will do a more practical work. It will be easy for you also.
So
If
you will
you are not.
provide steps.
Mhm.
So you will install on my. You will support and install on my laptop. We will do.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Is that fine for you?
Yeah, we can. I'm having configuration like around 250 GB space.
Mm-hmm.
Free space is 2 60 GB, you can say free space is there, 260
Okay,
GB.
I think
Is
we
it
can
enough?
go for it. Yeah, it is totally enough.
Okay, then it will be
And
better.
because if you have these installations in your laptop now, it will mostly help for you for the practical works. And if you that in our technical world, the more you do, the more you learn. We will go for
Yeah,
that.
sure. That will be better.
Hmm. So we will go for the architecture things of this Oracle database and the Oracle, mostly the Oracle WebLogic server, because in the market WebLogic server is a huge demand.
Mhm.
Hmm. For because it is like little bit complex, but it is good for the future. And if you are looking for a future in Oracle, then you must go for the Oracle WebLogic server.
So what all we will cover here, like after installation, then it will be what other parts?
We will go. I will share you the curriculum. I think you
Yeah,
have the
please.
curriculum with you.
No, I missed it.
You
Can
don't
you
have?
like?
Okay, then no issues. I will share the curriculum with you, and in that there are the topic mentioned. We will go for that topics in a deep understanding. Apart from that, we will also try to create a kind of separate project on the Oracle, which will give you a better understanding of that.